So you've been watching the readings and one message keeps coming up for you over and over and over again. A lawyer, a judge, or some official person is coming in with some good news to save the day. Someone's watching your enemies from behind the scenes. A hidden figure is about to expose them all and return your secret hidden money and rescue you. It's dramatic, it's powerful, and it makes you feel safe. Because finally, someone else sees you and what has been happening. Finally, someone's going to fix it. But let me tell you something just straight. No, they're not. Now, before you click away, hear me out. I'm not saying that you won't receive justice, and I'm not saying that support is not available, but what I am saying is this. If you keep waiting for someone else to fix what you have not faced yet, you're not being protected, you're simply being pacified. Let's talk about what this message really means when you hear it from tarot readers. Yeah, maybe someone is watching and maybe there's someone who believes in you behind the scenes. Maybe legal help or spiritual justice or external truth is on its way. But the reality is that that kind of support doesn't arrive until you reclaim your own authority, not until you stop waiting to be rescued and start choosing to stand up for yourself. So let's say you're in a toxic workplace. You're undervalued, you're overlooked, maybe you're even being targeted. You start pulling cards or you hear the tarot card reader with the message that there's a lawyer who's watching and a whistleblower is coming in and someone in power is going to speak up for you. And it feels so good. It gives you so much hope because someone else is going to do what you have always been afraid to do on your own. But time passes and nothing changes because you're still shrinking. You haven't documented anything. You haven't spoken up. You haven't drawn a line in the sand. You're just waiting on a rescue. And if you haven't moved in the direction of your own power, nothing's going to change. Now let's go deeper. You're in a situation with a manipulative ex. There's custody, finances, legal stress. You feel you're outnumbered, you're outgunned, you're out of strength. And then here comes a reading that says a legal win is coming. A judge sees the truth. A lawyer will fight for you. And in that moment, you can finally breathe a sigh of relief because you're so exhausted. You've been doing it all alone and you just want someone else to step in and help you. But legal justice only aligns when your internal justice system is active, when you stop people pleasing, when you stop hoping that they'll change, when you stop justifying the behavior because you don't want more conflict, when you finally decide to protect your peace instead of your image. The law can't fight for you if you're still negotiating your boundaries and not fighting for yourself. And some of you are in family dynamics that aren't even toxic, just emotionally exhausting. Maybe a parent who crosses lines but means well, a sibling who plays victim every time you try to be honest. You avoid the confrontation because nothing ever changes, so what's the point? Yet every time the card says someone's going to stand up for you, you feel that hit of hope. You start thinking that maybe, just maybe, someone will say what you have not said or what you feel like you can't say. But here's the truth. No one can advocate for you in a battle that you won't even admit exists. There's no paperwork for guilt trips. There's no court date for silent shame. The lawyer you need is the version of you who finally stops explaining away your discomfort. The version of you who says, this hurts and I don't owe anyone an explanation for walking away from what hurts. Now, maybe you're not in a crisis and maybe you're not in danger. Maybe you're just tired or overwhelmed. You're tired of being the strong one, the fixer, the one who everyone leans on. And the idea that someone is coming to fight for you, it feels like a lifeline. You've been silently praying for someone to say, I got this, just take a rest. But even that kind of help does not land until you admit that you need it, until you stop trying to carry it all and pretend like you're fine. You don't need a lawyer in that case. You need permission to ask for help and believe that you're worthy of actually receiving it. This is how the karmic loop gets created. You keep hearing that someone's coming to rescue you. So you keep watching, or you keep pulling cards. You keep hoping that the message will become the outcome, but it won't. Not yet. Because you're receiving the message, but you are not embodying the assignment. You're not making any changes. You haven't taken the step. You haven't said the thing. You haven't drawn the line in the sand that says, I am no longer tolerating this. And it doesn't count for you to just do it in the comment section of a tarot reading. The universe does not repeat itself for fun. It repeats because the action has not been taken, because the shift has not happened, because the decision is still being delayed. You keep hearing that help is coming because deep down you have not helped yourself yet. And until you move from survival into alignment, until you stop spiritualizing avoidance and start honoring your truth, you just stay in the loop. The cards say justice is coming, but justice only shows up when you're not trying to be liked, when you're not afraid to lose people, when you choose integrity over comfort. And let's be honest, the lawyer is coming message, justice is coming message feels good because it feeds your deepest desire to be seen, to be defended, to finally have someone stand up for you. But justice is not revenge, it's responsibility. And no one can carry yours but you. That lawyer that you're waiting on, that you hope shows up, that's just your higher self, your inner protector, your divine voice that has said over and over, enough. They've been whispering, they've been screaming, they've been watching. They've been watching you ignore your own power while you wait for someone else to use theirs. That's not divine justice. That is called spiritual procrastination. Now it's time for you to move. Not out of panic, not out of fear, but out of alignment. You don't need a lawyer to save you. You need to stop silencing your inner one. The one who knows when something is off. The one who doesn't need another prophecy to validate what you already feel. The one who knows that peace is not passive. It is protected. Say it out loud. I stop waiting to be rescued. I reclaim my voice, my power, and my path. If someone shows up to help, great, but I'm not standing still until they do, because I am my own first line of defense. Let's break the loop. Let's stop playing victim to timelines we're supposed to be walking boldly through. Let's stop outsourcing our breakthrough to people who may never show up. That real lawyer, external lawyer is not coming. That lawyer is already here. That lawyer is wearing your face. That lawyer is you.